Your girl paid off her credit cards, okay? Hello, somebody. Big Jazz and that B stand for bands. Hello. Okay, no, seriously. If you watched my last video, you already know I had about $3,900 left to pay off my credit card to be completely done with them. And you're probably wondering how in the hell did I pay off like $4 grand in like a month and a half? All right, so before Corona happened, I stayed in my 1-bedroom apartment all by myself. And then I was talking to some of my friends and we realized, you know what? We spend so much time together. We're always over each other's houses. We love each other. We should really get a 3-bedroom apartment and just live somewhere in Los Angeles, really luxurious and fancy. So we went apartment shopping. We found a luxurious 3-bedroom apartment that we all loved in the middle of Hollywood. We signed the lease. We gave our 30-day notice. We start packing our stuff and we were like, yes, we're about to be living this like amazing life with rooftops and infinity pools and jacuzzis and all types of nonsense, right? And then Corona came over and said, "Sight."
Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus!
So as you guys know, when Corona happened, I lost my job. My friends also lost their jobs, and therefore we could not move into this luxurious Hollywood apartment that we wanted to because we didn't know where our next checks were coming from and we didn't have any money. So we were just in this really weird space of like, what are we gonna do? And honestly, all of us were like really nervous about how are we gonna afford the current apartment or place that we're staying in with no income. So with all that being said, we made the decision to all move into my 1-bedroom apartment. And I know that sounds crazy, and it kind of is, but honestly, we kind of turned my living room into like a studio, and then we put 2 beds in my room. So doing that whole setup gave us all like comfort of knowing that like, you know what? We can split this rent. We can all pay this, even with our savings. Even if we don't make another check, we can all pay this. And we don't have to like worry or struggle while this whole pandemic is going on. It allowed me like comfort and peace in knowing that like I'm not gonna owe anybody rent. I'm gonna be able to afford my bills, and it allowed me to pay off so much debt. All right, let's get into that part. All right, so of course, living like this, being able to split my rent into 3 allows me to put more money towards my debt. But in addition to that, I actually had like different checks coming from different places. Let me explain, because honestly, your girl has been stressed because of Corona, right? All right, so peep this. Before Corona even happened, I was working a full-time job, a full secure job, right? I left that full-time job to go and work for a startup company in a new position. I was like so excited, right? I worked that job for 1 week and was unemployed, right? I was just like, what the hell? Why is this happening, right? Very confused. But that actually gave me a little bit more income because I got the last check from the secure job, I got the last check from the startup company, and I also had a little boy that I was working with, which obviously I can't work with him because direct contact, so I got the last check for them, right? So I was like, all right, so now my rent split into 3, and I have these 3 checks that came to me. But then the government came through with them little $1,200 checks, and so I was like, you know what, like, I have the money, I have to pay this off. I still had my emergency fund, and then I also had like the safety net of like only paying 1/3 of my rent. So I was like, all right. So that is how I paid off the whole $3,900 in such a short amount of time. So to celebrate me paying off my credit cards, I just felt so grateful, especially to be able to do that during a pandemic. So I decided to fill up water bottles with like supplies, toothbrushes, toothpastes, wipes, and pass them out to the homeless community in my community. And with the help of some of your donations, it happened. It was beautiful. If you haven't seen it, please go on my page and look at it. So currently, your girl is on unemployment. Yes, I sure did apply for unemployment like the rest of the world because, you know, they're giving out an extra $600 a week. So therefore, all of my unemployment money is going towards my student loans, which is wow, a blessing. I have about $29,000 in student loan debt, and I really want to be done by the end of the year. I know in my previous video I said, oh, I want to be debt free in 20 months, but honestly I feel like I can do it by the end of the year, and that is my goal. So that is my life right now. I try to be as transparent as possible with you guys because I really want to encourage you guys and inspire you guys to do it, to pay off your debt. Trust me, if I can do it, then you can too. Always remember, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. So with that, love and light, and if you have any questions, of course, hit me up below. Deuces.